up, gang? Hey, make sure you watch this one to the very end because I put a lot of gold nuggets in this video. If you haven't done so already, like the video, subscribe to the channel, join CLG community when you get a chance. It is only $48 a month, less than $500 a year, and you get a free one-on-one call with me. All you gotta do is jump in, send me a DM, and we can talk one-on-one. And without further ado, let's just and you get access to the hard 30. So let's just jump into this video.
Never ever believe a woman when she says she loves you. Never, never, ever, ever. Add to it, for now. I love you, for now.
Once you overcome lust, you'll realize that 80% of women don't offer anything more than sex. Men are way more sensitive than women. I don't care what anyone says. And that's where men are deceived. They internalize and process breakups and divorce much more difficultly than women. I found that women move on so much faster, to the point where they already got a guy lined up, or they're in another man's bed, or sucking face with a guy literally within about 10 days. Seen it happen so many times. Men, not so much.
She will call you and tell you that she misses you if she's been with other guys after you. She's lying. She doesn't miss you, she just failed to replace you. But if she rejected other men and ignored them since you broke up, it's because she still loves you.
Just a reminder that you'll never lose women chasing money, but you'll always lose money chasing women. Never forget that.
It hit different when the old white man said it. It hit different. But he telling the truth, man. No girl will ever truly love you. She only loves you for right now. Because, like I said in my last video, women are more in love with how they feel. They are controlled by their emotions. That is the most important thing for a woman, is how she feels. That's it. So is she in love with the man, or is she in love with herself? You get what I'm trying to say? Is she loyal to the man, or is she loyal to her emotions? She's loyal to her emotions. Because when a woman no longer feels, keyword feels, when a woman no longer feels like she's benefiting from a relationship, she seeks elsewhere. A lot of women are broken. A lot of women can't pair bond. A lot of women, they don't understand that when they continuously allow other men to stick their cocks inside of them, that they become broken. And what I mean by broken is they are no longer able to pair bond. I see this over and over again. Now, if you do run across a good girl, keep her. Keep her until she's no longer a good girl. You got to understand, girls can change. They're more loyal to their emotions. They're more loyal to how they feel. They're not loyal to you. Do you know how many men that I've ran across? This is true. This is 100% true. Matter of fact, I was this way when I was young. Did you know how many men I ran across when they found out that their girl cheated on them? They did not want to leave her. It wasn't even a thought in their head to leave her. Do you know how many men that I've ran across that they found out, they have hard evidence? Some dudes even walked in on their wife cheating. And with that, they still didn't want to leave her. Even my first girlfriend, the one that broke my heart the first time. Even after I found out that she did actually hook up with that 25-year-old and she lied about being a virgin and all of this stuff like that, I still didn't want to end the relationship. I still wanted to be with her. Now, was I pissed off? Yes, because she lied. So what ended up happening is I called her on the phone and I cussed her out. And I said, you weren't a virgin. You lied to me. And I said a lot of cuss words. Just because I was a simp when it came to women, that doesn't mean that I was a bitch, right? I still grew up in a rough neighborhood. I still was fighting before that. I still was playing football. I was a naturally aggressive kid. It is what it is. You know what I mean? So I wasn't a bitch. So yes, I did call her out. And yes, I did cuss her out. And I remember the end of that conversation. I told her, I said, fuck you, bitch. You lying ass bitch. And she said, stop cursing at me. If you say another curse word, we're done. I said, shut the fuck up, bitch. I said, shut the fuck up, bitch, or some shit like that. She hung up. She blocked my number. She never, whatever. She skipped the Spanish class that we was in together. Never talked to her. She would never talk to me again. She called my bluff. I still cussed her ass out. Did I want to leave her? No, she left me. Even though she was in the wrong. But she flipped it on me. She flipped it on me because what she did, and I know this now because I'm older and stuff like that, but what she did is She did the wrong act first, which was cheating or lying or whatever the case is. But she punished me for my reaction. Women are masters at doing this. They will do the wrong thing, right? They will do and I was dumb. All my homeboys was telling me she was cheating. All my homeboys was telling me she was hooking up with a 25-year-old. All my friends. I was fighting my homeboys. Think about this. Friends that I grew up with. They like, bruh, I'm gonna be real about you. I'm like, nigga, shut the fuck up. I'm fighting niggas that I know for this chick. Think about this. She did the wrong thing first, but I was the one punished for my response to her actions. So then what happens, and girls do this a lot in arguments all the time, is they will do something, but then your reaction is what they respond to. Because once they make it about your reaction, the point that you were trying to respond to in the first place no longer matters. This is why it's important to have your care turned down with the woman. Because you will never get to that level of anger with a woman that you don't love. I tell guys, it's better to like a girl than to fall in love. If you look up the definition of love, it is basically a deep, 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 deep version of like. So what I say is, never go further than like. You can like her, don't love her. Because once you love her, your care gets turned up. Once your care gets turned up, she no longer respects you. And her games begin to work on you. That's when the games begin. And the games have never really not begun. You get what I'm trying to say? A girl will never stop trying to play a man or trying to manipulate a man or try to do things to a man. She will never stop trying to do that to a man. It's in her nature. But here's the difference. Once you fall in love with her, the games start to work. They don't work when you just like her. Because it's easy to ignore those games. It's easy to ignore the manipulation. It's easy to ignore the gaslighting. It's easy to walk away. It's easy to leave. It's easy to cut her off. You don't love her yet. But once you start loving her, it's harder. The manipulation tactics, they start hitting a little bit deeper. It starts messing with your emotions. It starts hitting at those heartstrings. And she knows the moment when she got you. And you don't know the moment. But she knows the moment. And every time she found out that she has a man wrapped around her fingers, that's when the disrespect starts. The reason the disrespect starts is because she doesn't respect you anymore. The moment you start caring too much, the moment that you get too involved, she loses respect for you. So what comes when a woman loses respect for you? The first thing that comes is she starts to disrespect you more often. This is where she starts wearing the skanky clothes. This is where you take her out to places she's scanning the room. This is where she's having long conversations with the opposite sex, rubbing on them, touching them in front of you. She's doing this in front of you. She has lost respect for you. In her mind, he's a bitch. I can do whatever the fuck I want to do in front of him because he's stupid. He's in love. He failed the test. He put me on the pedestal. This guy I chose because I believe he's superior to me in every single fucking category. But he just proved to me that I'm the superior one. Even though I offer little to nothing. I bring little to nothing to the table except my beauty. And if the girl is really smart, she might give you a little bit of a feminine voice, which will really fucking trigger. A girl with the feminine voice can get a man to kill another man. I've seen it happen. A girl with the sweet feminine voice can get a man to kill another man. I just told you about the story a couple videos ago about the local Miami guy. I just told you the story. She got fired from her job. She told her husband that she got fired. The husband went up there to confront the owner of the hair salon. And the owner of the hair salon knew that the husband was coming. So she called her friend, who is a police officer in Miami. And guess what? When he showed up, he died. Legally. was killed by a police officer for showing up to her hair salon. And guess what? They dragged his body to the back, and business ran and didn't miss a day. The salon stayed open and a day was not missed. That woman lost her husband. She has to raise the family, kids by herself. She's a single mom now. And guess what? Shortly after, she got a job at another hair salon. That guy's death, which is sad, it's just a guy that was killed and dragged to the back of a fucking building. And that is sad. That is sad. But you gotta understand, that's the power of a woman's words. A woman can hit that sweet damsel in distress voice, and they can get a man to kill another man. You can go back in the day. What happened to Till, right? A woman lied to some very capable men. She lied to those men and said, he did something to me. And they killed that man. They beat him and they killed him based off a woman's words. Don't let her have a sweet damsel in distress voice. She can get a man to do very dangerous things to other men. I've seen it happen. It happens in the hood all the time. Yeah, now those stories don't get covered. It's a kid that went to my high school. He was dealing with a chick. The ex called. They were talking. Why is she picking up the phone for her ex? Who knows? But she said that the guy was at her house. He said, I'm going to come over there and kill her. She said, no, you're not. You're not going to do nothing. The guy showed up and killed the guy. She didn't even warn the guy that I went to high school with. She didn't even warn him that her ex was on the way to kill him. And then the guy dies, and then she's cooperating police. I don't know why he killed him. I don't know why. I thought he was just playing. And he shot him right in his head, right in front, on her porch. And you got to understand, I went to middle school with the kid. I knew the kid. Imagine that. Women's voice in their words, that is their most powerful tool. Because you got to understand, when women complain, a woman in the same breath can say, I hate all men, we don't need men for nothing, and forget that you wouldn't even have rights if men didn't enforce them. If men got together and said, as women, you are not going to have rights, what can women do about it? They can't do nothing. So women don't even understand that men are the reason that they're not oppressed and they even have equal rights in the first place. Because men enforce their rights. Women use their mouth to get men to fight their wars. And then they can say with the same mouth, I hate men. Men are worthless. They're nothing. Baby girl, you wouldn't even be able to vote if it wasn't for men. Think about that. If it wasn't for men enforcing your rights, you wouldn't have any. But that's what they can do. And another thing they can do too is they can start a war. Imagine this. Imagine the power that a woman has with her tongue. She can start a war between two gangs. She can start a war between two kings. She can start a war that could end the fucking world. But guess what? She doesn't have to fight in that war that she starts. Imagine how much power you have to have where with your mouth you can start something and then back. Oh, I'm just a girl. I'm not going to fight in the war. You're the strong man. You're supposed to fight for me. You're supposed to protect me. And guess what? That is true. That is true. A masculine man is supposed to protect a woman. This is why I tell guys, a part of masculinity is understanding what you bring to the table. This is why you as guys, you can no longer be manipulated by women if you actually understood what you brought to the table. And what I mean by what you brought to the table, if you're supposed to protect her with your life, don't you think that you deserve respect while she's with you? Don't you think that's like the least, one of the most simple things to ask? If you're supposed to protect her with your life, right? She's right. You're supposed to protect her with your life. as a masculine man, especially if she's in your presence. What that means is, if shit pops off, if you're with a girl, this is a girl that you're hooking up with, this is a girl that you're having sex with, if something pops off, you're supposed to be on the front line. Meaning that even if you die, you give her time to run. You're not supposed to, if shit pops off, grab her and use her as a human shield and push her out there. That's not your job as a masculine man. Now, a feminine man will do that. But as a masculine man, it's your job to take that bullet, right? So wouldn't you think that if you were giving your life to a woman, wouldn't you think you would be the prize? Let's throw looks out, because all these guys are so insecure. I don't think I look good enough because all these women reject me. I don't think my dick's big enough. I don't think none of this. That doesn't fucking matter. If this is supposed to be the girl that you're willing to die for, don't you think the least that she can do is respect you? Don't you think the least that she can do is follow your lead? Don't you think the least that she can do is comply? Where guys have got it fucked up is guys believe that the woman is the prize because of her beauty. But next time you look at a woman, take away her beauty. Take the beauty away. And outside of her being beautiful, what the fuck does she offer? Be honest with yourself. If that girl that you were looking at wasn't beautiful, what the fuck does she offer? Try to look past the beauty next time. 9 times out of 10, you realize she ain't shit. I'm not going to say she's not shit 100%, but I'll tell you one thing. She's not what you fucking portrayed her to be. Outside of the beauty, she's not bringing as much to the table as you think that she should bring. I'll tell you that much. So you got to be careful when you're dealing with these women, and you got to understand that you are the value. If you do not understand that, you will continue to be manipulated by these women. Because a part of their game is to make you not understand your worth. That's a part of the psyche. That's how they tear you down in order to take control. Women are way more controlling than men. Way more controlling. But guess what? This is the sad part. The man that they can't control is the man that they respect and fall in love with. They try to control every man with their words, manipulation techniques, whatever. But the one that they can't control is the one they fall for. So that's something that you need to truly understand. And they can't control a guy who is self-insured and believes in himself. They can't control that guy. They can't control a guy who doesn't fall for a woman's beauty. Can't control that guy. They cannot control that guy. They can't control a guy who is always putting his best version of himself out there. Who's always working on himself. Who's always getting better. Who's always strengthening his mind. You feel me? Always. Always getting better in every single category. A masculine man cannot be controlled by a woman. What can she do? Talk you to death? She can't physically do anything to you. The only thing that a woman can do to you is get another man to fight her battle. That's it. And it's sad because it happens. It happens in rough neighborhoods. A lot of people don't understand that women are behind a lot of this gang violence. It's a woman talking to 3 guys at the same time, telling one guy to kill another guy. And guess what? That guy does it. He does it. That's how good at manipulation women are. Did you not see the little Scoob video? Scoob 8969, whatever the case is, little Chicago rapper. He was dealing with the chick that he thought was his chick. The whole time she was getting him set up to get murdered. And guess what? He died in front of her house. He went to her house. And she was caught on her own ring cam trying to set him up to murder him. And guess what? He died that night in front of her house by another man that she manipulated. She didn't pull the trigger. Why would she? She's a girl. See, that's what things with the women that you gotta understand. They talk that talk. But when it's time to do dirty, I'm just a girl. I'm just a girl. When it's time to do dirty work, you do it. You're a guy. Show me that you like that. They play word games to these guys. Show me that you like that. Show me that you about that. Show me that you about that life. Since you're so tough, show it to me. The toughest thing that you can do to a modern day woman is leave her. That's tough. The weakest thing that you can do to a woman is allow her to convince you to commit a crime that could cost you your life. Imagine you sitting in jail for the rest of your life because you killed the guy. You took 2 lives, and guess what? She's still fucking other guys. She was fucking other guys before you, nigga. So you killed somebody over some used pussy? Is that some masculine shit? You killed another man over some used pussy? And guess what? When your ass is in life in jail, and this another sad part that people don't understand. That same girl that you killed that other man for, she's the one cooperating with the fucking feds, and she's the one on the stands testifying against your ass because all women know is self-preservation. They don't give a fuck about you. What the fuck you thought this was? And guess what? When your ass is in jail for life, trying to avoid other niggas trying to fuck you, guess what? She's getting fucked. You better hope you ain't getting fucked. You better get some fucking muscle. God damn it. Stop letting these women trick you at your spot. Become masculine again. Stop all this fuckery, bruh. Stop all this bullshit. Because a lot of wars is happening because behind a woman. A lot of families is being broken up because of a woman. Because a woman decided to marry the government instead of the man that she would. As a man, as a masculine man, you put your foot down and you say it's my way or no fucking way. If you rocking with me, I have to be the prize. Because women don't date on their level. They date up. You have to be the prize. Something she saw in you that was the prize. So let her know that she chose correctly. And the only way that you let her know that she chose correctly is you let her know that I don't love you. I like you. I don't love you. I can leave at any given fucking time. If you get to acting up and getting disrespectful, I am out. And I can have as many bitches as I fucking want. Because that's going to keep you on your fucking P's and Q's, knowing that you can be replaced. That's the only thing that keeps a bitch on her P's and Q's. That's why a girl will have more respect and love for a guy that she's in a situationship with than her own fucking husband. I just watched a video on YouTube. A guy said as a personal trainer, me working with married women, he said, I never seen so much disrespect when I worked with married women and their husbands was rich. They flirted with me. They even got about by week 8. They said my husband's never home. You can come over if you wanna. I think you're very attractive. You can come over if you wanna hook up. They got so frustrated because this guy didn't want to sleep with them as a personal trainer that by week 8, at first they started flirting with him. He didn't get the hints. Then they started saying stuff. He didn't get the hints. He didn't get the hints because he's not trying to fuck them. He's just trying to do his job. By week 8, those girls would say, I want to fuck you. My husband's never home. Come over. They have less respect for the man who marries them than the guy who has them on rotation. They more loyal to the guy who has them in a situationship, who has them on rotation, than the guy who fucking married them. The guy who's dropping off dick every other night. And it's not every other night. So be woke. Understand that this channel is doing something to you. The more you watch it, it's going to turn you into more of a man. But you got to allow it to happen. You can't fight disinformation. You got to open your eyes. You got to go in the field. You got to see what's going on. Fuck the stats. Fuck all that shit. Go out in the field. Talk to women. And see what the fuck is actually going on. These women don't look at you as human. Even though that men are the reason that they can even feel safe in this country. They don't even look at you as a human being. Go talk to beautiful women. Go out there. Be my guest. Look at the look that they give you. Go out there. And then come back and give me some comments on this goddamn video and let me know how it turned out. So if you haven't done so already, jump into CLG. It's only $48 a month, less than $500 a year. And you get a one-on-one call with me. And you get access to the Hard 30. Don't miss out, bro. If you're trying to become elite, that is the place to do it. That is my only goal. My only goal is to help men become elite. sooner rather than later. And with that being said, I'm out. Peace.